My personal diet these days does include small amounts of dairy, but most days my choices are meats and vegetables. So it's kind of like a hybrid between paleo and keto. So Paleolithic. Paleo diet is based on foods that our hunter-gatherer ancestors may have eaten. So these are basically whole meats, fish, fruits and vegetables, and nuts and seeds. It usually excludes processed foods, of course, and dairy and legumes. Though I would challenge that our ancestors may have had access to some dairy because the animals of that time would have been milk producing, but strategic or strictly paleo does not allow dairy. So the pros, there have been many clinical trials that show improvement in weight, waist circumference, blood pressure, insulin sensitivity, and triglycerides following a paleo diet. Another study found that it was the best among popular diets for decreasing inflammation, glycemic markers, and cholesterol. It's whole food focused. It's really minimally processed, and that's always good. It can be anti-inflammatory, and it does encourage cooking, making your own meals. The cons, excluding dairy and greens, that might lead to some nutrient deficiencies. It can be hard to stick to long term. It does require some meal prep and planning. So it's not necessarily macronutrient balanced. So it can be high in fat or protein, or even in carbs if you're not careful. It's possible to overeat or cheat. There are lots of things we can make with almond flour that are technically paleo compliant, but they can be really high in calories. So I really want people to be cautious with if they make paleo treats with it. That's okay once in a while, but it should be considered a treat. It does eliminate processed food, processed food is almost never good. So I do like that. My opinion, I like paleo. I think it's a great place for somebody to start. I think it's easy to follow. I think there are lots of meal plans out there. Most people have heard of keto. This is a very low carb, high fat diet. It's designed to put your body in a state of ketosis where you burn fat for fuel. Ketosis is a metabolic state your body enters when it doesn't have enough carbohydrates, and instead it starts to break down fat for energy. A typical ratio on the keto diet is about 75% fat, 20% protein, and 5% carbs. So the pros of this type of diet, it's shown to be very effective for weight loss and blood sugar control. It can stabilize blood sugar because you don't have that constant insulin release from your pancreas. It decreases hunger. Just to review, when you do eat a carb or high sugar, then your pancreas is going to respond by making insulin, and that's what it does. But sometimes that insulin response can make you store fat. So by eating keto, you're just decreasing that, and people tend to do better. Some people report improved mental clarity on this type of diet as well. Also, because higher fat foods are more palatable, they taste good.